Okay, we got Axis&Allies Global using the 1942 setup. Just want to give you an overview of what the board looks like. So we just completed round 3. Took me a little longer. I ended up going into work for a few hours, so I got delayed. And I just finished turn 3. And before I head out to do some errands, I just wanted to give you a quick overview and I'll tell you what happened on this last round. So just like last turn, Russia and Germany, they've been seesawing for some territories. Fortunately, Russia lost Western Ukraine, and as you can see, it looks like they lost it for good. Germany has a big army there. I think that's about 14 panzers. Russia also has a big army in Branks. Problem is, if Russia attacks Germany, Germany was able to hold that territory last turn, so now they can bring in their aircraft there for defense, and that's really going to hurt Russia. So Russia may be forced to pull back to Moscow. They may hold and make a stand in Branks. We'll see what they do there. So Germany's definitely coming, as you can see. Germany's very strong in the east because, as you can imagine, the Russians must be very furious with their Western allies. They haven't done deadly squat. Finally, the Axis retreated from Gibraltar. It was great while it lasted. I think, Americans had to just build a bigger navy, and Britain had to help. And obviously, this upcoming turn, they're going to land in Gibraltar or Morocco and get that territory back. But it took them long enough. As you can see, Germany has nothing really on the western front, so all of it's going to the east. So Russia's really feeling the heat. The Italians are doing good in the Mediterranean. They've conquered most of North Africa. They still don't have Egypt. The British have a factory there, so that's good for UK. Italy has Brazil, and they took is that Ivory Coast or Gold Coast? They call it. Excuse me. It's kind of infantry there, just a pain in the butt, working its way east. But yeah, this is the European board side. British and Americans are going to have to land, like I said, in Season 91 and get freaking Gibraltar and get that airbase activated, because they need to do something. Russia is really feeling the heat. So on this side, definitely Germany and Italy, I think, obviously are winning the war. On this side, Japan is doing good in the Asian campaign. They actually moved into one Russian territory. They knocked out China. Russia is just getting a sandwich, it looks like, between the Germans and the Japanese. India is still in hands of the Allies, and they have a lot of stuff in Burma. So that's still holding. That's good for the Allies. The only problem for Japan is, you can see, is their navy has really dwindled in size. The Americans have a huge navy with a combined Anzac destroyer and a cruiser, and smaller naval Anzac vessels off New South Wales. So that's a problem Japan's going to have to address. If the problem is if they stay in the Philippines, the Americans are just going to whack them. So they may just have to pull back either into Tokyo Bay or keep pulling back in the west, maybe French Indochina, Malaya. But if they stay there, even though they have 4 kamikazes, they used 2 on the last turn. The Japanese had 3 subs here. The Americans came in with a destroyer and a sub. Japan actually won that battle. They lost 1 sub, while the Americans lost a destroyer and a sub. So big decisions for the Japanese. It's not looking too good for them in the Pacific, at least in the naval war. They're holding their own in Asia, but they may have to turtle because they are actually out of transports right now. They lost 2 transports this last turn, and Americans have a few here, as you can see. So that's going to be a problem for Japan. But if Germany could get into Moscow, that might save Japan's bacon. So we'll see what happens as we get ready to start round 4 or 5. Sometimes I brain fart. I want to say round 5, actually. I think so. Round 4 or round 5. One of them. All right. Deuces.